everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be starting off with the latest custom delivery quest line. So here we are back in Ishgard, the Firmament to be exact, and the quest is going to be accepted from Ehll Tou here, and which is called O Crafter My Crafter. Ehll Tou is full to bursting with newfound knowledge which she simply must share. I've been waiting for you. Who better to tell me of my studies than the very woman who set me on the course to enlightenment? My knowledge of mankind's histories has gone by leaps and bounds, in no small part thanks to Hautdilong's expert instruction. Ehll Tou is too kind. She has told me so much of dragonkind in turn that I could hardly call myself the teacher in this arrangement. In fact, the time may soon come to put ink to parchment and begin my chronicles. And we all await that day with bated breath. Hautdilong has not been my only teacher. The city itself has lessons abound for those who would observe them. Seeing its splendor with my own eyes has made clear one inalienable difference between man and dragon. I speak, of course, of your kind's love of tinkering, building, and crafting, and what a wonderful thing it is to behold. Where dragons are wont to tear down obstacles with fang and claw, humans tear them down with hammer and chisel, or else find an ingenious way around them entirely. By using tools tailored to specific tasks, you overcome your natural deficiencies. One tool will be used to wrest precious materials from the earth, and another to transform them into something greater than the sum of its parts. I find the whole process rather fascinating. When I gaze upon the towering spires in this city, I imagine a roost built with my own claws, larger even than the one my sire calls home. I'm eager to see my dream realized as quickly as possible, but Hautdilong advises against rushing into such an endeavor unprepared. He claims that to do so would lead to abject failure and possibly personal injury. You, however, are an experienced artisan, and I would be honored if you were to take me under your wing and teach me the art of making. I swear to be a dutifully study, and even should this day come into the next, I won't rest until I've mastered even the most eccentric of skills. Well then, I believe we have an agreement. I can start right this moment if it pleases you. Now, Ehll Tou, you know as well as anyone how busy our friend is, and I also fear you may have misjudged just how long it takes to truly become a master craftsman. You mean it will take more than a day? I knew that, of course. I had only hoped against hope that she had no appointments to save the world for the foreseeable future. Alas, my enthusiasm may have gotten the better of me. Don't fret, Ehll Tou. She may still be able to help in some capacity. Perhaps if you could introduce us to a crafter with both the time and inclination to teach? I expect that one of the many artisans around the Firmament would be willing to lend us their expertise, although you are in a far better position to judge their suitability than either of us. We shall look forward to meeting our mentor-to-be. I don't know why she thinks a single day is too long. I suppose there are countless others who are more deserving of your attention than me. Oh no. It's not too much trouble. Perhaps you could introduce Ehll Tou and I to a crafter who is willing to pass down their knowledge. Ehll Tou holds your opinion in high regard, and I'm sure she would take to any teacher who had your seal of approval. I noticed the passive-aggressive marks, she said. Like, you're a dragon. You've got nothing but time on your hands. Say again? That scrawny little dragonling wants to craft? Huh, whatever next. As much as the notion of having a dragon for a protege piques my interest, however, my specialty is working metal. Great big slabs of it. Were she older, maybe there'd be a place for her, but as it stands, she'd be more of a hindrance than a help. I don't know, I mean, she might be able to help bend the metal. I mean, she is a dragon. Oh, a crafter? My apologies, but I'm more inclined to gather what bounty the earth has to offer. I leave it to the others to mold said bounty into what they will. I'd love to introduce you to someone who might be of help, but I'm afraid my work here is endless. Oh, okay. I know the dragonette you speak of. I've seen her flitting about House Helionaut from time to time. Quite the inquisitive one, if I recall. So she wants to learn the fine art of crafting, does she? I've heard strange things in my time, but few as bizarre as that. I'm sure I'd kick myself later if I passed up this opportunity, so I reckon I could find time between projects to teach her a thing or two. Tell her I'll speak with her after I've finished up here, will you? That was easier than I thought it would be. Then again, I don't think it's gonna be nearly that easy, now that I think of it. Oh well. Ah, the hero is returned! So have you found my teacher? Whose sharp eye and steady hand will guide me on the path to mastery? Ah, such expectations I must meet. While I assure you my hand is steady, the sharpness of my eye is very much a master of conjecture. Nevertheless, if it's crafting you wish to learn, I'm your man, although I can't say I've ever had the honor of teaching a dragon before. Any road, I am Arvide, at your service. I'm here in the Firmament on assignment from the Sky Steel Manufacturing, and I dare say I have a few nuggets of wisdom knocking around in my head that are worth passing around. It's the young who must shoulder the burden of building the future, after all. Now, crafters come in all sorts, from cooks to weavers to smiths. Have you given any thought to where you want to focus your energies? Focus? Well, can't I learn everything? Tell us, Claire, where should an aspiring artisan begin? Baking a cake, raise a castle. Okay, first to their tools, quality materials. Learning when you can just copy others. Well, to start, you need to look at your tools, I'm guessing. Ah, spoken like a true professional. It's true that an essential part of any project is selecting the right tool for the job. However, there is a step that comes even before that. For now, let's start with the tools required to gather our own materials. Once you have the right equipment and supplies, there's nothing you can't make with enough elbow grease. Oh, how splendid it is to have a guiding hand! There's no telling how long it would have taken Hautdilong and I to decide where to begin had we been left to our own devices. Very well, gathering is where we shall pour our utmost efforts. Mayhap when I'm a seasoned artisan in my own right, I'll take it upon myself to teach my kin as I was taught. Now wouldn't that be a sight to see? I dare say there has never been a dragon who has learned a trade, let alone one who has passed on such skills onto the next generation. Indeed, you may be correct on that count. The other dragons will be flabbergasted by the wonders I create. Of course, I don't plan on taking all the credit. It seems to me that mankind's most culturally significant works are those that result from collaboration, of people working together to make something greater than they could have alone. To that end, I must study and learn from the works of others, and even though you are too busy with your heroics to teach me daily, I would much appreciate if you would come by from time to time and offer what knowledge you can. Magnificent! I knew your generosity would match the greatness of your deeds. Well then, let's get your education started on the right foot, eh? You can spy tradesmen of all sorts plying their trade in the news nest. I reckon you could certainly do worse than I learn a couple of tricks from them. Ah, the place is practically a second home to young Hautdilong and I. Allow me to lead the way. Oh boy, can you imagine that? Dragons actually building homes like this. That would be terrifying to see. But then again, they might actually help us to really get some work done back in the Churning Mists. After all, we helped with the Moogle quest lines there, and they have yet to make any progress. I remember going to the new nest with Master Marshallox when I first arrived in the city. Who's that? Is she here to help us? Cold, cloudy, depressing. I could imagine no better place to expand operations into. Oh, Rowena, your business acumen truly knows no equal. Oh no. No, not Norina again. This here is Anna, and we have her and the House of Splendors to thank for supplying the Firmament with quality materials and incredibly low prices. Suspiciously so, in fact. Are you implying there is some ulterior motive behind our generosity? Why, certainly not. I'm here at the behest of my organization to aid Ishgard in its fledgling days as an allied nation. We are driven as much by palatophony as we are by profit, I can assure you. Excuse me, miss, but are you a craftswoman by any chance? I'm afraid, my adorable little dragonette, that my hands are entirely too clumsy to make on aside from my morning tea. The 12 have seen fit to bless me with a sharp mind for trade, however, and so here I am. And that's precisely why we've come. Ehll Tou here has it in her head to learn a trade or two, and we are here to set her on the right path. To that end, I would ask that you provide us with materials, and perhaps any counsel you might afford a young novice. It would be my pleasure. Perhaps in return she could tell me about the rarities and relics dragons keep in their lairs. I sense a once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity has come before me. And if business in the Firmament grows as much as my intuition says it will, this might just be what I require to turn a stream of gil into a veritable flood of riches. Consider me at your complete disposal. Say the word and I shall procure whatever you need. How generous of you. You have our thanks, Miss Anna. Anything to foster the next generation of builders and tinkerers, my boy. As for the current generation, well, I suppose the house could bear to part with a few scripts in return for guiding our dragonette friend on her journey to mastery. We can't say no to an offer like that, can we? Well then. Now that we're all acquainted, let's head back to Saint Rosadel's Dials. I'm glad to see that someone else sees that this is suspicious. At last, a reversal of fortunes. These days spent in the numbing cold, hawking trinkets for a penance won't have been for naught. Just a little longer. You know, dragons don't really have layers, though. At least not, like, filled with treasure. Not that I noticed. With you and Arvide at her side, I'm sure Ehll Tou's dream will become a reality. That Anna's quite the shrewd businesswoman, but she's true to her word, I know that much. With Master Arvide and Master Clara guiding us, I'm sure we'll be rising fortresses and forging dazzling suits of armor in no time at all. Let's keep our ambitions manageable for the time being, shall we? Our first task is the construction of tools that fit snugly in those claws of yours. Claire, I trust you can help with that. In the meantime, I've work of my own to attend to. If there's aught you need, you know where I am. Before I depart, however, I'll leave you with an assignment. Inspect everything Claire does with diligence. A discerning eye is a tool that will outlast all others. Yes, Master Arvide. We'll give Claire's work the thrice over. Oh, that's cute. Custom deliveries unlocked. Okay, now what do we do? Here to help us make a tool fit for dragons? Okay, make a delivery. Okay, so crafted into 3 different categories, only dealing collectibles. Yeah, I mean, we've already done this plenty of times. We already know about the custom deliveries. Materials can be bought from Anna. Okay. Rid of a reward. Yada yada yada. Okay. Custom gathering tool components. A variety of components necessary to create a tool a dragon can use for gathering. Okay. I really don't know how that's going to work. I mean, dragons have claws. You'd think that they would be pretty good already. Let's go talk with Anna. Don't worry, the little ones will be safe under our watchful eyes. Yes, ours. Anna's agreed to help ensure none of them stick their claws where they aren't supposed to. Okay. Here we go. The gathering tool component materials. So let's just start with 3. And anything new? Doesn't look like it. Slither sand. Nope. Okay. Okay, so first off, we'll start with Reflect. Okay, so condition is good, so we can use Precise Touch to help increase things. And then we'll go on to a few of Delicate Touches. Okay, one more Precise Touch. Okay, that was easy. Really, that was a little too easy. But now we use Careful Synthesis. And there we go. So that's just usually how I do things, so I'm just going to speed things up just a little bit here. It's probably not fun watching me craft. Alright. So that really wasn't hard at all. Then again, it's just the beginners, so what can you do? Here to make us a tool fit for a dragon? Yes, I'm right here to do that. Okay. So this is what we need to make tools for gathering? Truth be told, I struggle to envision how all these parts fit together. But I suppose grasping that is the first of many steps. Oh, I may very well be the first dragon to make her own tools. Oh my, you've certainly outdone yourself this time. Even Master Arvide might be hard-pressed to produce such fine work. Your supplies truly have been a godsend, hero. I say we have more than enough for me to begin learning the fine art of gathering in earnest. Let's go speak with Master Arvide at once. It's good to see you. I've been meaning to thank you for all your help with Ehll Tou's education. An education which is off to a splendid start, I must say. I believe I have developed a keen sense for the inner parts of gathering, which Master Arvide says is the basis of all crafting. But even for gathering, you must have tools, and to make those tools, you must gather materials, and to gather those materials, you must have more tools? Ah, Kit's tools all the way down, isn't it? Or is it the materials? Ah, no matter. It's as much a fool errand as trying to guess if the dragon came before the egg. If there is one fact to be gleaned from that conundrum, however, it is that crafting and gathering are inextricably linked. Indeed, you are correct. Without one's trade, the other dies, and vice versa. That's precisely why I am to see you both proficient at both before our time together is done. To that end, I devised something specially for those tiny claws of yours, an Ehll Tou-sized pickaxe. Here, take it. What do you think? It's perfect! Oh, that's cute. With that in claw, you should look right at home among the rest of the workers. I see now that even though you wingless ones lack claws and fangs, you have the strength to shatter stone and sunder earth. I have an inkling now of how powerful the first of you to wield a pickaxe felt. For something so small and light, it is remarkably sturdy. Even I could swing this all day without tiring. The hidden treasures of the world shall be mine! This is all I could have hoped for and more. Thank you, Master Arvide. All I did was put the parts together. It was our friend that did all the hard work. Actually, Claire brought so many materials that I had enough to make a few more pickaxes. Perhaps you can give them to your dragon friends. Yes, Master Arvide. I shall take what I can and leave at once. Oh, that was so cute. Ehll Tou is pleased with your effort. She now considers you a crafting connoisseur. All that remains is to wait for her to return to see what the other dragons thought of her crafting. Welcome back, Ehll Tou. So how was it? I'm sure the other dragons found your new tools to be quite fascinating. Well, you see, I'm afraid it wasn't quite like that. The dragonettes were delighted to see what I had brought, of course. The elder dragons, however, practically flew into a rage, haranguing the younger ones and insisting that such tools are contrary to a dragon's very nature. Oh, I see. Although it was far from the enthusiastic reception I had envisioned, I still believe that the prejudices of the past will, nay, must give way to new ways of thinking if we are to coexist peacefully with the Ishgardians. And I know for certain that there are those among other dragonettes who are of the same mind. I must continue to persevere, else my efforts so far will have been for naught. Indeed, the other dragons will come around in time, I'm sure, even the most cantankerous of the lot. Perhaps you should take a different tact. The dragons might be more amenable to something that was crafted by one of their own, namely you. What a marvelous suggestion, Hautdilong! But there is still the question of what I might craft. Something eye-catching, unlike anything they've seen before. In that case, why not try your hand at weaving? The materials are lightweight and the tools are small enough for even you to use deftly. Clothing designs for dragons would be exceptionally novel, and I'm sure many of them would find interesting. That's a wonderful idea! Oh, I cannot wait to get started! That depends on our friend here. I need some help procuring the materials, if it's not too much trouble. I'll give you a list of what we need, while I can take care of the rest. Great! In the meantime, I shall give thought as to what exactly I might weave. Okay. Okay, so I skipped ahead a little bit. I went off to see if I could still catch that S rank mark. Turns out that I took too long, not too surprising. Oh well. What can you do? Now I'm heading right back to the Firmament so that I can finish this week of the custom deliveries, and then we'll call it a day there. Okay, so we're back with Anna. So we're looking for the weaving tools. We just need 3 of them for this week. And I'll head right back up here and I'll fast forward it just a little bit. Okay, custom weaving components. A variety of components necessary to create a tool a dragon can use for weaving. Master Arvide explained to me that since we dragons are covered in tough scales, we've no need to fear needles pricking us. My claws are still a bit too clumsy for delicate work, but I feel that weaving might very well be my calling. Oh my, you certainly outdone yourself this time. Master Arvide might be hard-pressed to produce such fine work. Alright, so I think that's gonna be it for today. Ooh, let's see what she has to say now. There you are! You have my utmost gratitude for all of your deliveries so far. I fear that before long I will be able to call myself a crafter in truth, just like you and Master Arvide. Of course, young Handelow's efforts deserve recognition as well. Hey, you've delivered the weekly maximum of 6 items to Ehll Tou, so we can start next week on the next round of it. Have you come to help us weave garments befitting an artisan? Even the most masterful works of crafting are a common sight to us who grew up in Ishgard, but to a dragon I imagine even a hawker's stall is something to behold. Would that I could see the world from their eyes. Alright everyone, that's going to be it for now. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed this little beginning here of the custom deliveries. But otherwise, have a good rest of your day and take care. Bye!